In this video, we'll be taking a look at 6 NBA matchups, and I'll break them all down with free winning picks so you can bet smarter and win bigger. But first, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell so you get our picks the second they drop, because when the lines move, the early birds cash in. And if you want the full Winning Sport Picks experience, head over to wspicks.com and check out our VIP packages, or grab a free consultation with one of our professional sports consultants for the sharpest edge you'll find anywhere. That's where the real plays live. We are your bookmaker's worst nightmare. These are the games we're hammering, the ones the books can't afford you to bet. This is Winning Sport Picks. The free picks are about to drop, and they're coming in hot. Let's start with Milwaukee and Charlotte, where the Bucks come in as a short favorite at -4, while the Hornets are catching +5. This line tells you everything about market perception. Milwaukee's elite on paper, but hasn't been covering in these mid-tier road spots, while Charlotte plays their best basketball at home when catching more than 4 points. Better see Milwaukee and automatically assume blowout, but recent trends say otherwise. Charlotte's been cashing covers against Eastern contenders by keeping tempo high and forcing opponents into track meet style scoring. The total sits around 233.5, and that pace number screams volatility. Either Milwaukee blows the doors off or Charlotte keeps up and pushes the over. I'm taking Milwaukee -4 with a lean to the over 233.5, expecting the Bucks' offense to finally look fluid after a rough travel stretch. Next up, Chicago and Detroit, two teams that define betting frustration. Chicago is laying -4, Detroit catching +4, and both teams are mirror images of inconsistency. But this matchup historically leans to the home dog early in the season. Chicago's on a cold stretch against the number in divisional road games, and Detroit's been sneaky when given respectably short spreads. The total is 235.5, and that's high given these two grind through half-court possessions. Detroit's young, but they slow pace when trying to control tempo. I'm taking Detroit +4, and I like this game to go under 235.5. Both teams shoot too inconsistently to sustain long runs. Now to the Garden, Orlando and New York. The Knicks are laying -3, Orlando catching +4, and this is all about matchup rhythm. Orlando's defense travels, and they force teams into mid-range jumpers, a shot profile that's killed New York in these kinds of games. The total around 227 points to a defensive war. New York has struggled to close out early, and Orlando's depth helps them hang around for all 4 quarters. I'm backing Orlando +4, and I'm going under 227.5 in what should feel like a playoff style grinder. Then we go to Cleveland and Miami, a fascinating psychological spot. Cleveland's catching +6, Miami laying -5, and the Heat have quietly been one of the best second half covering teams in the league. The total at 238.5 is inflated because both teams have been running hot from 3 lately, but that's unlikely to sustain. Cleveland's pace drops drastically on the road, and Miami controls tempo better than almost anyone when protecting a lead. This number screams slow down after halftime. I'm taking Miami -5 and under 238.5 as Cleveland's offense stalls late. Up next, Memphis and Boston. A tricky read because Boston's -6 at home, but coming off a potential fatigue spot, Memphis is catching +6, and while they've been struggling, these are the kind of letdown traps Boston sometimes falls into. The total is 230 flat, and sharp money has been leaning under in Celtics home games when totals close between 229 and 231. I'm grabbing Memphis +6 to hang late and under 230 in a slower-paced defensive battle. Finally, Washington and Houston, and this one's all about discipline. The Rockets are laying -16.5, Washington catching +17, and it's rare to see a line this inflated outside of elite versus tanking scenarios, but Houston's defensive consistency justifies it. They've been suffocating bad offenses all year. Washington's been dead last in late game efficiency, and the Rockets' rebounding advantage will kill possessions. The total's 234.5, which looks high, but garbage time scoring from the Wizards keeps this live. Still, big spreads tend to drag pace down. I'm taking Houston -16.5 and under 234.5. Now listen to me, those are the free picks, but the one game I am unloading on tonight, the game that's going to crush your bookie's soul, that's the VIP play of the day at wspicks.com. This is the nuke, the hammer, the max bet, The one play I've circled, the game that will bury your bookmaker 6 feet under. When it hits, and it will, your bookie is going to need a doctor, a lawyer, and maybe even a priest. If you want to ride with me on the biggest bet of the day, get to wspicks.com right now. Quick recap of today's plays: Milwaukee -4 and over 233.5, Detroit +4 and under 235.5, Orlando +4 and under 227.5, Miami -5 and under 238.5, Memphis +6 and under 230, and Houston -16.5 with under 234.5. This is Winning Sport Picks, where we don't just bet, we bury bookmakers. Smash that subscribe button, drop your favorite plays in the comments, and hammer that like button like you're hammering your bookie into the dirt. We're cashing, we're dominating, and tonight we're dancing on the grave of your bookmaker. Let's go!